When it comes to haltering, you really want to be gentle and careful with your horses as much as you can. And I learned a lot about this from quite a while ago when I used to pay a lot of attention to Buck Brenneman. And he's got a series of DVDs out there and stuff. And, you don't know how important it is until the day comes when you've got a really super sensitive horse. And you start to realize that they're all like that. They're all sensitive. Just some of them become really dull to what might be referred to as rough behavior, I guess, or, sort of insensitive, and in some cases disrespectful to the horse. And one of the, things that he says, when you put a halter on, you've got to teach them to have their head low. Here, I'll back her up so you can see, so if I don't want her head up here, this is much higher than me, I would like to have her head down, and she should be okay with this. And that way, when you're messing around with a halter, you're not just chucking it over top of their head, and you're not dragging it over top of their ears and scraping it up their nose and stuff. You're putting it on very carefully, like you would, like you'd put a shoe on a sore foot, or, a glove or something like that on a hand that's a bit cut up. You want to be nice. And so anyways, that's my spiel on halters. When it comes to tightening up her halter, I'm going to try to be pretty gentle. Now, she's not the best. She's not perfect with this stuff yet. If I go and play with the top of her head, she'll still try to evade. We worked on that and worked on that and worked on that. But she still, gets pretty sensitive about that kind of stuff, and I'm okay with that. Whatever, you just keep going at it. But what I want to do for her is have this reasonably tight. You can see that it's quite loose. And then also the other indication is kind of, I can fit my whole hand right through here. That's crazy. That's way too loose. So I'm going to start tightening it up. And the one thing when it comes to these rope halters is you're making a hitch at the top here. And it's very easy to get their mane caught. And you'll make them pretty sore about being haltered. You'll make them really uncomfortable. They'll start to think, oh God, every time you do that, you catch my hairs and it hurts and it's uncomfortable. So especially for these super sensitive ones, you just sort of take your time until you get it. That's pretty good. This halter's just a tiny bit big for her. It works well. It works for what she needs. It's not going to come off. It does come in under the jaw here quite nicely and sits over top of her nose. Pretty good.